Hi Year 7s, this is exciting. This is the next part of our fun, exciting food composition. And I've just finished the area that you finished last week, which is the cupcake corner. Now we don't just want a cupcake corner, we want our composition to expand into the rest of our page. So I'm going to start because I want to put a really cool donut in my composition. And I don't want this donut to just be on its own with white space around it. I want it to be tucked behind my cupcake. So I've looked at the picture of the donut that I've got next to me, and it's got some drippy icing that comes around it. So I've added that drippy icing. I've tucked my donut behind the cupcake so you can just see the corner of it peeking out there. And then I'm going to carry on my drippy icing coming round, and I'd quite like to put a face on my donut because we are doing a little bit of fun kawaii food. So I think I'll give it some cute little eyes and a cute little mouth. Oh, it looks lovely. Might give it a few little dashes under the eyes, and I'm not ready to add pattern yet, so I'm going to carry on behind. Now I've already decided to put a hot dog behind my donut. And the cool thing about this hot dog is that it's coming off the page, and it always looks so much better when things come off your page. Just looks a little bit cooler and a bit more artistic. So this is my hot dog coming off the page, and then I'm going to do the bun, the hot dog bun, the sausage inside the hot dog, and then there's going to be some sauce on the hot dog as well. So you should be able to see this quite clearly, hopefully. What I've also done is I've tried to do all of the fun foods in the same direction. So it might help you to actually turn your page on its side. So the cupcake is in front of you, upright, in the right position, flat, with a flat bottom. And then all of your fun foods can then come behind your cupcake. Now that's not the only way to do it, but that is one way, and it will help you to get everything in the right angles as they come behind the cupcake. Just doing the tomato sauce that I'll shade in later. You should now be able to see that donut and hot dog. The donut is kind of behind this stripe here, spiky stripe. There. Okay, now behind here, I think, right above the cupcake, I'm going to put some chips. That's what I've decided. I've got a little picture of chips here. It's only small, but it should help me to get the shape of the chips and the chip paper. So that's going to be tucked here. I think I'm going to put a face on that as well. This is the side of the chip carton. It kind of comes up like that. And then the carton's going to come round here. Now I've done these before. I've actually drawn a carton of chips before when I did them for students, and I found it easier to draw the top of the chips like diamonds first. So I'm going to try that now and see if that works. Obviously, you have some stacked behind, some in front and some behind. And then the corners come down like that at an angle. And that way, when the lines of the chips come down, they still tuck behind. So that's one way of doing it. You can just do them straight at the top if you don't want to try and make them 3D. So I'll do a few 3D and a few straight. There's my chips coming out the wrapper there like that. And I think I'm going to put a nice face on the front. Like that. And then, after I've done the chips, should we have a Coke can coming off the side, coming around like that. So that's the top of the Coke can. And that's going to come down. And then I'm also going to put a little bit of the ring pull on here as well. Okay, because there's not much space here, I'm going to go for a strawberry. And just put some leaves on the top of that. Cool, my fun food page is starting to really bulge now with lots and lots of interesting patterns. I think I might put an ice cream here, like an ice lolly. And that again is going to go behind the chips and behind the cupcake. But you are going to see the bottom of it, because I think you can't have an ice cream without seeing the bottom of it there, like that. And part of the stick. It comes down behind the cupcake. Should I put a face on my ice cream? Oh, yes, definitely. Look at that now. Such a happy ice cream. There he is. Okay then. Now, what I'm going to do now, there's a few gaps where I haven't got any foods, but I do want to have a think about putting pattern in. And I'm not going to just use any old pattern. I want to use food patterns. So I think coffee beans are a nice one. Coffee beans are two sides with a space in the middle. They look a little bit like a burger bun actually. So I'm going to put a few coffee beans in. I'm going to put a few little sweets like Smarties, and they can be nice and colourful. So I think I might put my Smarties in the corner here, so they'll be nice and dotty. I'm trying to make them all the same size so they look neat and ordered. Might even have one coming off the side, because again that does look really cool and interesting. Yeah, I'm happy with them. I might put one tucked behind the lolly. Nice. Okay, so I like them dots there. And I think because I've put them there at the top, I'm going to put them at the bottom here at the side of the donut, because that'll put some balance into my composition. There it is. And just notice there's a few lines there that I need to rub out. I'm just looking for, I'm just going to grab my rubber and just rub out the lines of the grid that I put in at the very beginning. Get rid of those grid lines now. Okay, and finally, I think I will just put a few little zigzag patterns in as well around the chips, a few stripes and zigzags around the chips. They give that 3D effect as well, around the chips especially, which I quite like. Perfect, happy with that. And finally, anything else that I want to add? No? Just now for